an ultimate, or maybe the final preview of the Club World Cup. And quite honestly, I must say, I've enjoyed the overall experience. There's been some teething pains. There's been some little bits, bobs here and there from being bombarded with premium advertisement from the zone to the individual introductions of players every single game, to the massive scorings of games, to all sorts. There's been a lot of pros and a lot of cons. So no doubt the next Club World Cup will be a lot better than this one. No less, obviously, the timings, but us Brits, we can't really complain when everyone else typically around the world would have to watch at silly times more often than not. Anyway, with that said, please do like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. And as always, well, it wouldn't be a Chelsea game without some Chelsea influence, would there? Thiago Silva returning to face his former club, his beloved English club, one of his favourite clubs, I would imagine. But also, on the flip side, we have João Pedro, who has only just joined Chelsea. He will face his former club, his first club, his childhood club, in just his second game at Chelsea Football Club. Of course, we'll go through the player, the starting 11, predicted 11, whatever you want to call it, in just a second. But I just want to go through the fact that we have lost. We have lost a game against Brazilian outfit. You know, a Brazilian side. Obviously, we know South American sides have done very, very well in this tournament. We've just faced one. We are now again facing one. We have lost to one, as we said. And so it's a real test of character for these players to come up against Fluminense. Oh, I don't know how to actually say it, to be completely honest with you. A side who is unbeaten. No less, against Dortmund, a team that's only just recently been knocked out by Real Madrid of all teams. So, you know, a potential final there for Chelsea, either PSG or Real Madrid, as we know. A draw against Dortmund on the opening game for them. They beat Ulsan HDFC 4-2 in their second game, and a draw against Mamelodi Sundowns in their third and final game saw them through. They beat Inter 2-0, and then people obviously have their criticisms of Inter Milan, the final against PSG in the Champions League final. The final game of the season, 5-0 was it? I think it's just a bit of an absolute ramp. Yeah, people have been criticizing, saying, "Well, Inter Milan, they aren't that." You know, I think we would have beaten Inter Milan. Put it that way. If it actually came to it, I think we would probably done better against Inter than we would do against Fluminense in this next game. So I am nervous. They obviously beat Al Hilal 2-1 most recently on the 4th of July, and now face us. And listen, everyone seems to be, for the most part, in form. There's obviously little bits here and there. Gusto's doing this, and Kunku isn't quite doing what he's, you know, but he's had some good moments. Gusto's had some good moments, obviously, was part of the reason we're through into this round in the first place. But it still begs the question of, with absentees, with people disqualified from this semi-final game due to suspension, are we missing some key figures? And we'll get through, like I said, the predicted 11 in just a second. But I do want to say that I just Thiago Silva's going to be on fucking smoke in this game, isn't he? It's going to be crazy how determined Thiago Silva is going to be, rallying the team, getting the team behind him, and behind themselves, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Brazilian players in this squad for Fluminense in their predicted 11. It's gonna be a rough game. it's going to be a really, really rough game. And I don't quite know. No one knows. So all of the suspensions have been reset. Obviously, Delap couldn't help himself. Colwill couldn't help himself. And so as such, they are both out. I think that's everyone. I could be wrong. I think Jackson is still out, or has he come back now? Either way, I don't think he's starting. To which, shall we proceed into the predicted 11? Again, please do like the video, subscribe. In goal, I'm going with Sanchez. Pretty self-explanatory. He's been the goalkeeper from the majority of the tournament, I think, if not all the tournament. In defence, obviously, we know Colwill is out with suspension, so I am opting for Tosin Adarabioyo and Trevor Chalobah. Badiashile, Shield, I think I was told, is out with injury, so realistically, they are the only centre-backs that we have remaining. It's a one-game ban. Colwill will be available in the final should we make it that far, but for the time being, these are the two boys that we will have to field in order to, get that far in the first place. Marco Correa at left back goes without saying, and with Reece James a little bit iffy with injury. I don't think we've had any confirmation that he is 100% fit and ready to go from the get-go in that game against Fluminense. I'm going to have to go with Malo Gusto reluctantly, but I do think because of the amount of game time he's had in this tournament, I just cannot foresee a world in which Enzo Maresca opts for Josh Achimpong in this game. I know a lot of people would opt for Achimpong over Gusto, and they have a lot more confidence in him to provide a better service than Malo Gusto, but I just can't see it. And so I'm going to go with Gusto on the right-hand side. In midfield, Caicedo is back from suspension. And obviously, Enzo Fernandez will start. So I can see it being Caicedo and Enzo in the middle. Lavia, I think, is still injured. I don't see Dewsbury Hall. I could see Santos playing in some capacity. Maybe not from the start, but he did show Maresca that he doesn't have anything to worry about. Andre Santos, obviously one of the best players that we had on the pitch in the game against Palmeiras the other day. But I just can't see it. I just can't see it still. So I'm going to go Palmer in the middle, which is obviously not what we've done so far this tournament. Palmer has been on the left-hand side for many games in this tournament so far. But the only reason I'm putting him in the middle is because I'm going to put Nkunku down the left-hand side. I think Maresca has started liking playing Nkunku in this team. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see him. Now, obviously, there's going to be some changes here. I could easily see the Palmer and Nkunku situation being maybe swap them around. I could see Nkunku playing in the number 10 role, and Palmer down the left. I don't really like Palmer on the left, I'll be honest with you. I don't think anyone does, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Pedro Neto, best player of the tournament so far. Maybe of any team, to be honest with you. Might be the best player in the tournament so far. I say so far, over and over again, like this isn't the semi-finals. And we're one game away from the final, but all the same. Liam Delap is out. Jackson is out of favour. And I will say quickly on Madueke, I don't want to see him play in the next two games. If we're in both games, I don't want to see it. He's linked, pretty much guaranteed to go to Arsenal. I know that we're in a tournament right now, and he's got his head focused on the tournament and in the getting. Fuck off, go away. I'm done with you. You know what I mean? It's you've put your cards on the table. You've said you want to go. You've committed to Arsenal on a 5-year deal. Fuck off. Simply put, naughty mate. It's been a good one. Not really, but in moments, I suppose. Fuck off. So it really goes down to Joao Pedro is the man up top for me, quite frankly. Jackson's out of favour. Delap is out with suspension. So Joao Pedro, who showed massive quality and determination and skill and passion in the game in the last one against Palmeiras, I could see him starting in this game. And honestly, honestly, I think that's a fairly strong team, to be completely honest with you. Defensively, a little bit dicey at times, I suppose. Tosin has been really good. Chalobah is really good. Cucurella has been Cucurella, and Gusto has been Gusto. So what we get on the day, we'll just have to wait and see. But there is my predicted 11 for this game. Listen, predictions for this game. I'm a little bit in two minds. It's a semi-final. It's a Brazilian side. It's Thiago Silva. It's a former Chelsea legend, or a Chelsea legend, but a former Chelsea player against Chelsea. Anything and everything can happen. And so it is really, really hard to predict what's going to happen in this game. But I do know one thing is for sure, and that is I personally believe Chelsea are going to get through to this final. You never know, though. You never know. It's going to be tight. I do think it's going to be. I don't think by any stretch of the imagination, I don't think it's going to be a foregone conclusion that Chelsea are through. I'm not coming into this game thinking that is going to be the case. 2-1. I do think we're going to concede, maybe even first in this game, but I do think Chelsea turn it around or win straight out. But I think it's going to be a very, very tight state of affairs. I think it's going to be a very physical game, and I do think maybe one, maybe even 2, 3 red cards in this game. It's a lot going through these players' heads. There's a lot at stake. There's a lot to play for. So tempers will absolutely flare. And with João Pedro on the pitch, with Caicedo on the pitch, with Enzo Fernandez on the pitch, with just hot-headed personalities on the pitch, you never, ever know. With that said, for what could be the last preview of this tournament, or the penultimate one, whichever it is, I've really enjoyed this tournament. Do join me for the watch along for the game. Half an hour before kickoff. The final will be an hour and a half before kickoff. I'm thinking maybe not, maybe an hour. Who knows? Who knows? Please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. Let me know your thoughts and your predictions in the comments down below. As always, my name is Harry, out the Chelsea, and peace.